Hello and welcome to the channel, it's Erad, and so in today's video we're gonna talk about Star Citizen of 3.18.2. It's not my first impressions video, this one is coming tomorrow. I still want to try a couple of things so that I can really have a thorough experience, so that then I will report on that. But I've really experienced something very wrong yesterday and today as well, and I think that this needs to be addressed as soon as possible. And it's basically what you are seeing in the footage right here. It's now very hard, if not impossible, to get a hangar when you're going to a low orbit station or even a station at a rest stop. Normally, you would contact the ATC and then they would give you a hangar, and now every time they tell you that all of the hangars are full and you can't get in. So how can you land then? Let's say, for example, you desperately need to get some supplies, or you need to go to a medical bed. Perhaps these things can happen, or maybe you're just waiting for some friends and you are gathering and then you'll go together on some adventures. Well, there still are the exterior pads. The problem is that they've been reduced to a very small number. Some stations only have 2 of these pads, and as a result, because it's the only place where players can land and get access to those stations, then they get very crowded, as you can see right here. And in this footage, for example, I just tried to land with this Corsair, and by accident I destroyed a Gladius, resulting in a crime stat. And I thought, well, you know what? It's not a problem at all. I'm going to go inside and and pay the fine, which is 32,000 FIUEC. It's quite a lot, so I go to the fine terminal, and unfortunately, because it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was very tired, and I clicked on surrender by accident. This is the number 2 thing that I think is wrong, and I really wish that we could have a confirmation button, at least for a very important thing. For example, if you self-destruct your ship, you accidentally press the self-destruct button. It happens sometimes, right? It would be great if we could have a confirmation, say, are you sure you want to self-destruct? Here, you're surrendering. It means you're going to go to Clasher. Are you sure you want to surrender? I think that this would be a very nice quality of life improvement. Trying to bring in some constructive criticism here. It's not what's wrong. The next thing that is wrong eventually, I was sent to Clasher. That's also not what's wrong. And then I got out of Clasher after a sentence of 23 minutes. I was able to do a little bit of Xenothreat. The NPCs at Xenothreat were not working. Not really much of a surprise. You could freely shoot them. They were just floating piñatas out there in space. That's also not ideal. Of course, eventually my character was hungry and thirsty, so I had to go back to a station to get the required supplies because I didn't have them with me. I thought I would die quicker than that. And so, of course, I was not able to do anything. It was super late, so I decided to log out from the ship, since I can't even get out and go to the station. When I came back, I was hoping that I would respawn at the last station that I was at, which was Everest Harbor. But no, because I was sent to prison when I decided to accidentally surrender, I was sent back to Clasher. Not only was I at Clasher, but I had no crime stat at Clasher, so therefore Clasher thought I was trespassing. But then I tried to go out. There was no option to go out. The elevator did not work. The door to open the inlet processing did not work. There was no way to mine as well because I didn't have a present sentence. When I looked at the terminal, it said 0000. So I decided to kill myself. I thought, oh, if I kill myself, I'll go back to my respawn point. It didn't work. I was sent back to Clasher, this time with a crime stat. A crime stat for killing myself in Clasher. And I thought, okay, this is gotta be a bug. I killed myself a second time, and instead of having a crime stat 1, I got a crime stat 2. So basically, it's a never-ending loop. So what did I do next? I go to robotspaceindustries.com and I try to do a character repair, because, well, if you are stuck in such a loop like that, maybe repairing your character will send you back to your starting location. I was hoping to do that, but unfortunately, character repaired is disabled apparently and you can't do it. You're supposed to do it from the settings and then my hangar, and then that's where you have the character option, the character repair option. It's not there. So that means that my main character in Star Citizen is stuck in this never-ending prison loop where I do not have a sentence, but I'm stuck in prison and I have an ever-growing crime stat. It's very annoying and it's very wrong, and all of that happened because it's impossible to get a hangar right now during the Xenothreat event. So Cloud Imperium Games, you need to act your things together and fix this, because very soon more and more players are going to experience the same problem, and as more people get sent to prison and can't get out of prison because they always go back to prison every time they go back to the game, then well, you're gonna have a really serious issue on your hands. So there we have it, guys. That is what is wrong right now with Star Citizen Alpha 3.18.2. I wished I had recorded the footage of me in prison. The problem is that the footage did not record. It was a problem here, so that's why I was not able to bring this. But this is my experience, and I know that there were a lot of people out there who had the same experience as well, because I saw a lot of corpses and people just killing themselves and trying to see if they would get back into their respawn location, and it just didn't work, and it's a big mess there too. Anyway, guys, what is your experience with 3.18.2? Is it working well for you, or are you experiencing these problems? Are you experiencing other problems that I haven't experienced yet? Well, let me know as well in the comment section down below. Don't forget, we got a giveaway this month. We're giving away on Discord via our video sharing contest, or on Patreon, or via the YouTube membership program, an RSI, Scorpius, and Taris. Of course, I'd like to thank our members such as Dr. Frobin, Wolf Apex, Zero Crusher, and Deplorable Infidel. I've been Irad. I'll see you guys later.